Hi, this is Shu with the review of the GT Jump 2. I had my skepticism about the shoe because it was React in the heel with the jump frame instead of Zoom Air. So React in the heel, Zoom on the forefoot just felt like GT Run, but it is actually different. The heel cushioning is quite nice. It goes nicely with the Zoom Strobel inside, the React foam, and this spring plate kind of jump frame works nicely in tandem to provide that bounciness and good shock absorption. On the forefoot though, I don't know if these Zoom pods are necessary. I don't really feel them much. I can sense they're there, but they seem unnecessary. I think they needed to squeeze in more tech just to live up to the name of GT Jump. But yeah, and also with these Zoom pods, because they're spongy and soft, and even though they have these frames that look like it'll serve as outriggers, not too much of an outrigger. It's not as unstable as the LeBron 15, but almost as much. You feel a little bit of resistance, but in the end it compresses and you will, roll your ankle if you're meant to. It's not going to provide the breakage that you want from a shoe that has great outrigger or a firm midsole. Yeah, and the Zoom Strobel and the forefoot, the full-length Zoom Strobel is enough to provide cushioning along with this Phylon midsole. I would just prefer them to use a bit more React in the forefoot with the Zoom Strobel. That would be nice. That's all this shoe would need. It might even make the shoe a bit lighter. For a size 9, it weighs about 434 grams. Not the heaviest, but not the lightest. You do feel that bit of a chunkiness. The fit, I love the fit and the lockdown. It hugs your foot nicely without having any pinching or without unnecessary squeezy parts. So it fits true to size, but if you like a very firm form-fitting fit and you have very narrow foot, I would say go down half a size. For most people, I would say go true to size. If you have an extremely wide foot, maybe half a size up. It's one of those rare instances where Nike has this 1990s type of fit, which is, nice. It's not crazy narrow or crazy, balloony up there. The lace loops are all there to provide a decent lockdown. The lockdown is good. The ankle padding is there. The ankle heel cup is good. No heel slippage whatsoever. That is excellent. The tongue is there to get the job done. And yeah, I don't know why these bubbles are there. They look fancy, but they don't serve any purpose. Just adds more weight and jacks up the price point a little bit, I suppose. So the React heel with the spring plate, it's nice. It does not flatten like a pancake immediately. You can feel it. It's not squishy or unstable. It's actually pretty good, especially working in tandem with the Zoom Strobel. The Strobel on the forefoot feels great. I don't know if the forefoot Zoom pods are necessary. I don't really feel much except the fact that they're there, out there. I can feel they're out there, but they're not doing any service. It does not feel crazy high off the ground on the forefoot either, but it could be better if they just take out the Zoom pod or just have the Zoom pods without the Zoom Strobel. Just React and Zoom Strobel or React and Zoom pod. That would be the ideal combo, in my opinion. So yeah, pretty much it. The insole is incredible. They have a dual density insole. The heel is starchy and hard to make sure the stability and shock is evenly spread. That's nice. And on the forefoot, it's very soft. It feels like an EVA or Ortho type of insole. It's good that they do this. I think they should do this for all insoles. For this, because of the Zoom Strobel, they have a little bit of a, shaven core that hugs the Zoom Strobel nicely to make sure the insole doesn't move around. The top coating is fairly suede and nice. So overall, the insole is incredible. I think they deserve high praise for the insole, the upper and the fit, and the innovation they try with the React Zoom Strobel and this springy plate. Usually they kind of screw it up by having the springy plate just too hard or the React too soft or whatsoever. Yeah, the traction is not exactly great on this one, unfortunately. The durability, you will see many people just, getting them erased out like a rubber eraser. And on the forefoot especially, these traction patterns, they kind of slide, especially when you're moving those angular movements. You don't feel that breakage, you feel a little bit of a slippage. So the positive way of looking at it is dust will not impact the shoe greatly because already the shoe itself is not exactly fantastic in terms of traction. So even with dust, it'll be pretty much more of the same. So considering they get all this tech involved, a bit of an overkill with the pod, and they could have done better with the traction pattern. It's a little disappointing in that respect. The heel react and shock absorption overall soft and comfort, soft comfiness is good. Comfort. There's no comfortability. I don't think that's a word. Yeah, it's good. The insole works nicely in tandem to provide an even greater boost to the overall plushness and softness of the shoe. But if you want a very soft shoe to walk around or shoot around, this is great. But if you're going to play some games intensively, a little high off the ground, it does have a slight heel to toe drop, but not too much. Probably because this compresses a lot less than the heel. So yeah, good shoe, nice tech innovation that Nike tried to push. Yeah, let's do a little bit of less is more next time.